Manners maketh man. Have you ever heard this quote about the importance of etiquette? It was true centuries ago, and to some, it may even be true today. But manners weren't the only important thing in medieval society. The saying could just as easily have been, "Manners maketh man." In medieval times, manners were the foundation of many societies. A manor, in the medieval sense, was a large chunk of land that a person legally owned, and that granted certain political rights as a result. It's important for us to remember right off the bat that political rights in this time were completely tied to land ownership, and land ownership was granted by a king or noble. So in other words, only the wealthy and noble could own land, and the type of land they owned defined their political power. Land was everything. So the secret to staying rich and powerful, as any medieval lord could tell you, was to mind your manor. Okay, so how did the manor system work? We call the overall structuring of medieval society around owning manors Manorialism. Strictly speaking, this was a political and economic system defined by the relationship between landowner and land workers. So what does that mean? Well, let's start at the top of the system. The person who legally owned the manor, the legal right to the land and estate, was generally granted three benefits. First was obviously the actual manor itself. Second was a title of the lord of the manor. This was a noble title that came with certain rights, like the right to attend royal court. Finally, the lord was given the rights over that land, meaning the right to collect their own taxes. That brings us to the other group of people affected by this system, the landless peasants, or serfs. Serfs couldn't own land, so they lived on the land owned by the lord. This made them the subjects of the lord, meaning they owed him some form of compensation for living on his land. The most common way to pay this debt was through their labor. The serfs worked the manor and the agricultural land for the lord, and he reaped the profits of this labor. The wealth of medieval lords wasn't based on their own work, but on the labor of their subjects.